Hello everybody, welcome to my workbench. That is, I believe, part 3 of the Taurus transceiver. And if I'm wrong, this is part 4, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, on the front of you see the print of the TX. That is the transmitter. I had some measurements done on that print, and I came to the conclusion that a lot of things are wrong. First of all, I was thinking that this resistor on this side was open, but that's not the case. And as you can see, there is extensively modifications done to this little print, so it doesn't match with the schematic, not completely actually. And the first suspect was this little diode was in here, and this transistor here. So I took new material, new transistor, new diode, and I compared them with both. So the old ones were totally off, so there's a good chance that they were not good anymore. So I checked every part what was involved in there, and that seemed to check out. Anyway, you can see various coils in here with beads. So that is the first one. That's the second one. Well, what this will do is it will feed back on this coil, so you have to be very careful with the setting on that one, because if you turn that up too far, this is going to go in feedback, and it is drawing maximum current then, and will self-destruct. So at least I had some reading done on this little transmitter, and it seems to be that it is more often the case that this transistor self-destructs. So, or at least gives up his ghost to function properly. So what I've done now is replaced the parts here, and as you can see, all the tracks are crisscross underneath. So this print is actually prone to feedback. To be honest with you, I think it is a bad design. I think if they took a bit more room, say in the length, then that could be avoided. From experience, I know if you work with RF, even if there are beads, you have to be very mindful of where you put your tracks. Here you see track going through here, and it's actually from this side to that side, or vice versa. So you have a feedback if you want it or not. You could put a screen between it to try to avoid it, but then again, if that track is still there, well, there's no good, isn't it? So that won't work at all. So that's a shame really, because it is a very nice print, and if they had taken a bit more room, say a centimeter or say an inch more room, then we wouldn't have that trouble. So they have also the end beads, so L6 and L7 further away from that one again, so it's also too close together, so they're actually asking for trouble. So that's what I have to say about this all, and I'll show you it came out of there. I'll adjust the camera a bit, you can see. There we go. See, we have here a large opening. Focus this a bit. There we go. So we have to go in there again. That's where he's been. So we'll leave him there. So that's where he's been. So I'm going to put him back in. And then hopefully, gents, it will function. If it doesn't function, I will see why it isn't functioning. So anyway, I've done my best so far as I can see, and hopefully he will function, and it will work. Anyway, we adjusted this all, so I have to be careful when I start them off that I don't have the maximum power on this transistor to start to feed back again. So we'll have to be careful for that, so that doesn't happen. So if it doesn't happen, then this thing will happen, will function normally. It's a shame actually, because I think you could get more out of this little print if it would be designed a bit differently. So it's a shame really, because there is more in those transistors. If you put a higher voltage on it, for instance, well, with this taken here at 13.5 volts with a standard for a transceiver, but there again, you don't have to stick to that actually, because you could easily, at least on the end stage, have a higher voltage, I presume. Anyway, that could have negative effects as well, but you have to try that actually. But anyway guys, I will shut down the video for a moment. I will refit them back into in this place, and I will do a check, and I will come back to you, okay? Welcome back guys, welcome to the workbench again. Well, I have to apologize to you, it's taking so long. Anyway, there's something happened with my wife, and I had to be cared of, and it took quite a while to get it all straightened out. So everything is alright now. So as you can see on the workbench, the transceiver, I built everything together again. So you can see our amplifier on the bottom, and I didn't test them yet, so the only thing I know is that the receiver works, and as I told you, I replaced that transistor and that diode there. I checked everything and that was okay. Anyway, the only thing I have to do now is to turn this little capacitor here so that it doesn't work. So this last stage is not in resonance, so if you turn this up too far, this goes in oscillation, it gets a feedback, and then you get the maximum current, and then he's gone. So anyway guys, I'm not able to make any QSO at the moment, so there's a very bad reception, so I can't make a QSO. What I will do next, in the next video, I will adjust this transmitter and make that QSO in another video, if you don't mind. And I will leave it here at part 4. So I apologize for the delay. Anyway, actually now I'm stuck again, so I have to do something that is more important. So I will do that in a later date. So I hope you're not too disappointed. Anyway guys, I will do my best to get this thing working again. And I will see you in the next video.